Welcome. In this video, we go over the calendar page, how events get drawn, how to filter and search, and how to customize what shows up on every card. Let's get to it. The calendar is one of two ways into a flight. The other is the schedule. You can scroll through the month and see every flight, note, away day, estimate, and schedule item depending on your settings. Click any event, and you'll either see flight details or you can adjust your settings to jump directly to a flight when clicked. There are three areas in the header. On the left, the search and filter box, and right next to it, an add event button if you're an admin or scheduler. In the center, the month back, the month title, month forward, and a today button that appears whenever today isn't already in view. On the right, a display preferences icon and a settings cog. The grid shows 1 month at a time. To move between months, use the chevrons or click the month title for a date picker. The search bar in the top left is also the filter bar. Click in and you get up to 4 columns side by side. Type a few characters of a trip number or trip title and the left column fills in with matching trips, each one showing tail, make, and model and the first leg's departure date. Clicking on a result will take you to that trip's flight page. When the search box is empty, the left column shows a set of quick filters. Only My Flights, for crews who only want to see their own trips, plus shortcuts for trips that have no crew assigned, flight log due, and so forth. Next column over, Flight Status. Toggle individual statuses on or off, or hit Toggle All to flip the whole column. Then Aircraft. Each tail has its colored dot next to it so you can match it back to the cards on the grid. Aircraft that aren't flying anywhere in the visible month get grayed and grouped at the bottom. And tags, when you have flight tags turned on in your settings. Same pattern, on, off, toggle all. When filters are active, small icons appear inside the search box itself. An / for hidden statuses, a plain / for hidden aircraft, a tag for hidden tags. Hover any one of them and you get a tooltip listing exactly what's filtered out. So you always know why the calendar looks the way it does. The monitor icon on the right opens your display preferences. 2 settings here, and they're personal. They save to your browser, not to your profile, because they're about how much room the calendar takes on your screen. Leg display. When leg rows are too wide for the day cell, line break wraps them, clip text cuts them off, and shrink to fit makes the font smaller so they fit on one line. And event font size. Normal, large, or largest for when you want the cards bigger from across the room. Now, the grid itself. 6 kinds of things can show up on a day, and each draws a little differently. Flights are the most common. The card color comes from the trip's account first, if the account has a color set. Otherwise, it falls back to the aircraft color. If the flight is marked restricted, the card turns gray instead, so it's obvious you don't have access to it. On the first day of a trip, you see the full header with the tail number and trip number. Below that, the trip title and the account name, if you have those enabled in your settings. Below that, the legs. Status pill at the bottom, plus any flight tags, plus flight log if a flight log is due, invoice for invoice due, and a new or updated badge if the trip was recently created or changed. On day 2 and after, you see a continuation card, same color, same trip, smaller header, and a continued badge in the corner. Hover that badge, and every day of that trip lights up at once. Good for picking out the shape of a long trip in one glance. Warning icons sit at the top of the card when something needs attention. A red triangle means the aircraft is double booked. That's the most urgent. And an orange triangle means the flight is pending release. Only one shows at a time so the card doesn't get crowded. A small speech bubble in the corner means there are unread chat comments on the flight. Days away. When an aircraft is overnighting away from base, you get a light-tinted card on every day the aircraft is gone. The header says the tail and the word away. The body shows the away, ICAO, and a small number in the corner counts which day it is of the away stretch. Notes, sticky note icon, the note's title, and the tail if it's attached to a specific aircraft. Maintenance notes get a red maint badge so they stand out. Schedule assignments, the person's name and what they're doing, like training or PTO. These come from the staff scheduling system. And estimates, file invoice icon, otherwise laid out like a flight card. Estimates only appear when they're pending or active and you've checked Show on Calendar on the estimate itself. Quick detour. Spanning. Open the settings cog and turn spanning on. Now, multi-day trips collapse into a single bar that stretches across the days of the week. Same color, same trip number, just one card instead of one per day. Easier to read the shape of long trips at a glance. Two things to know about spanning. 1. It's desktop only. On phones, you still get the day-by-day carousel. 2. The days away cards turn themselves off when spanning is on, because the spanning bar already shows you the whole trip. Click a flight card and you get the popover preview. The bar pinned to the top of the dialog has quick nav buttons to every major section of the flight. For the trip's main page, crew, packs, trip sheet for pilots, log, expenses, and summary. If the aircraft is actually in the air on this trip right now, you get an en route indicator in the top right showing the leg and the estimated remaining time. Warnings show in line. Pending release. If it hasn't been released, unread chat comments if there are new ones, restricted if the flight is locked to specific roles. If you click the empty space of a day, you get the day detail panel instead. The week strip across the top lets you swap days without closing the dialog. Click any day in the strip and the panel reloads with that day's events. Everything is grouped underneath, and each section is collapsible. And the top of the dialog has the buttons for that day. Add flight to start a new trip on this date, add note, and print view to get a clean, printable single-day version. Let's look at all these settings more closely. The cog opens the settings panel. Check out General first. Time zone controls how events are ordered on the calendar, flight department, or airport local. Quick note, leg times on each card always display in their airport's local time regardless of what you pick here. This setting only affects the order events show up in on the day. Week starts on Sunday or Monday. Event layout, spanning we already saw. View mode, per leg gives you one card per leg ordered strictly by departure time. Group by trip gives you one card per trip. Useful if your days get busy. Rows per day, unlimited shows everything, max 5, keeps cells compact and uses a +n indicator. Clicking an event, show popover, which is what we've been demoing, or go to flight, which skips the popover and jumps right to the flight page. If you pick go to flight, a second option appears below it. Open the flight in the same window or in a new tab. Event details, what shows up on each card. If you turn leg info off, packs count and crew gray out because there's no leg row to put them on. Aircraft shown as. Pick whether the card leads with the tail number or the make and model. Tail is the default. Crew, none, initials or full names on the leg row. Event types. These are the master switches. Estimates, calendar notes, aircraft notes, days away, staff schedule. Turn any off, that category disappears from the grid. The little info icon next to estimates is a reminder that the estimate still needs to be pending or active and have Show on Calendar checked on the estimate itself for it to appear. That's the calendar page, reading it, filtering it, and tuning the view. In the next video, we'll cover calendar profiles, how admins set up these display preferences for whole teams at once, plus the admin-only options you can lock down for your users. See you then.